The National Urban League Young Professionals.
Young professionals are
volunteering for our communities,
mentoring with young children,
giving voice to the voiceless.
An organization that serves people who cannot serve themselves.
A real part of the movement.
Empowering communities, changing lives.
Young professionals add flavor, they add energy, they add creativity.
The National Urban League Young Professionals Auxiliary Group is made up of some of the best, brightest, and most dedicated young people from across the country.
Young professional chapters across the country are allowing individuals that are between 21 and 40 to drive the National Urban League agenda, but at the same time, creating leaders that are going to change what we are as a community.
But the group wasn't always national. In the 80s and 90s, only a few Urban League affiliates had young professional chapters.
We were all kind of engaged in our local communities and weren't necessarily aware that the others existed.
In the late 90s, the young professionals went national.
We knew that without significant recruitment into the Urban League movement, we may not be around if we did not bring another group of young, energetic professionals into the organization.
I spoke with some people here at the National Urban League and find out that they were planning a summit.
So we brought a small group to the national office and talked about the possibilities of creating a young professional organization.
There were subsequent meetings and we moved forward from there.
And in July 1999, at the National Urban League Annual Conference, the National Urban League Young Professionals became official. The National Urban League Young Professionals are committed to the League's purpose of empowering communities and changing lives.
We support the work of the Urban League affiliates by doing community service work, by actually raising dollars for the affiliates.
Young professionals are galvanized, energized, and on the front lines in support of the Urban League's 5-point empowerment agenda. Economic empowerment.
We taught African Americans or any minorities everything from the basics as far as checking and savings accounts through giving them an actual copy of their credit report with Know Your Money.
Education and youth empowerment.
Our National Day of Service happens every year where all of our affiliate chapters get together and we do something where we mentor our youth.
After we successfully implemented National Day of Service with 44 chapters across the country, we impacted over 2,000 kids.
Civic engagement and leadership empowerment.
Voter disenfranchisement has a direct impact on our demographic 21 to 40. And we are taking an active step to help these individuals restore their rights.
Health and quality of life empowerment.
We create programs such as HIV Awareness Day to target that younger demographic that the affiliate may not get.
And civil rights and racial justice empowerment.
The training ground really was set up to educate young professionals on the history of the civil rights movement.
And when YPs donate their time to their chapter and community, they gain valuable personal and professional development.
If you look at so many of the new generation affiliate CEOs, they came up through the Young Professionals movement.
And I'm the current president and CEO of the Urban League of Greater New Orleans. Being in the Young Professionals gave me an opportunity to develop my leadership skills, my management skills, and my ability to communicate effectively.
As our YPs make a difference, they change the course of their own lives.
If there was ever a place that you would want to go where you can actually change for the better and help empower communities and change lives at the same time, this is the organization for you.
There were many, many people who fought very hard for us to take a seat or to even have that door open for us. And I felt it a privilege to be able to join many of our elders in helping to create change.
And I knew that my children would ask me, what did I do in the midst of all the gang violence that was occurring and the economic hardships that our communities were facing, and I knew it wasn't enough for me to just provide for my family, that I had to get actively and diligently involved in the community. And what better place to do that than the Urban League?
From 12 YP chapters in 1999 to 64 chapters in 2009, and the future looks even brighter.
If you decide to take your time and your energy and your talent and bring it to the National Urban League, to the young professionals, I promise you, you will understand what your purpose in life is.
No great organization can live in the past. You've got to live in the future. And what the young professionals represent to the National Urban League and the Urban League movement is the future. Our future leaders, our future energy, our future ideas, the future of civil rights, the future of empowerment, the future of this great nation. And that is why I'm so excited about 10 years of the YP movement.
The National Urban League Young Professionals, celebrating 10 years of empowering communities and changing lives.